JP, you got a copy? Okay, just went and sent you an invite in case they hadn't already. Here are you. So, looks like we got a Dale Senior throwback from the 10 car tonight. 46 is on pole. The 10 car running second. It looks like we got almost an attempt at maybe a Bill Elliott throwback on the 9. Although I don't remember Bill Elliott having a car with that much blue on it. But then we got Big B's in the number 26. Looking a lot more like Chase's current Cup car, almost, for the Kelly Blue Book car. Just missing a little bit of the gold. Then we got the Richie Petty number 43 for NASCAR King. He's starting 6th. 7th is it's Chandler in the number 1 car. We got 24 Pie Phil running a blue, orange, and white. It looks like it's supposed to be an Allegiant paint scheme, though the Allegiant logo is kind of hidden on the hood because of the blue. Then Leadfoot in the number 16, it looks like. Yeah, number 16, all black Ford. We've got Raging Hyper in the number 18 Ford. Rawson driving the number 83 Chevrolet. TG White Shadow in the number 81 Ford. Lone Ranger driving the number 5 Mountain Dew Chevrolet. Dusty Langford running the number 20 Toyota Supra. Fly Shooter driving the number 15 Toyota Supra with the McLaren looking colors on it. Power Stroke in number 75. Toyota Supra. Duramax in the number 76. The red number 76 Ford Mustang. Hurricane in the number 29 the Chevrolet Camaro. Pro Factor in the number 25 Chevrolet. Rounds out your field as we come through the final corner here at the Glen, and we will be seeing the green flag here momentarily. The green flag should be in there, and we are racing. And this first corner is going to be interesting. We'll see what ends up happening. Also, I don't know what the rule is on the no yellow flag for the first couple of laps, because the first couple of laps here is like the first 90% of the race. It's figure of speech, JP. But once we get 8 laps in, we will be 10% we'll be over 10%, or once we get 6 laps in, we'll be 10% of what we've done the race. Because the race is only 60 laps tonight. So we got some short stages, 15 laps, and then the final 30 laps to the checkered flag. Looks like the normal caution cutoff, so at 3 laps to go in the stage, they'll cut off the cautions, which makes sense because you still won't be able to get a yellow flag done in that amount of laps, even though the laps are longer, because you have to go around, get the pit road open, and all that, and get the group back up to the restart, and it just wouldn't be possible before the end of a stage. Yeah, right now, though, it looks like pretty much it's a 10 versus 46 show at the front, and the rest of them are down the leaderboard a bit. As they go into the bus stop here, 10 car taking it a little aggressive through there. Hopefully no fourth penalty. But yeah, notably these two, the 10 and the 46, were both up there on the daily leaderboard. I didn't see anybody else in this race up there on the daily leaderboard prior to the race. Now, ironically, they were both at a higher speed than they actually laid down in qualifying. I don't know if that was just them being a little bit more conservative, trying not to crash the car on a good lap for qualifying, or what. It caused them to slow down about a second or so from their pace earlier today for their daily time. Also, could have just been them playing a little safer because, again, you don't want to wreck the car if you're on a good enough lap. And also, the amount of stuff that you do at this track, it's very easy to change your lap time by a second and not really notice. That's kind of the big difference with road course racing, is that you can have a difference of a full pin between cars, and it won't seem like as big a gap as it would at a normal oval track. Because you've got 70 seconds a lap, pretty much, for an average lap. I mean, literally, the last lap for the number 10 was a 70.3 for the lap time, which means it was a 110. So, yeah. And just kind of the length of the lap being a significant portion longer. So it, like, your gaps won't seem to be like, to have a tenth of a second lead at a road course is so rare because of just how close you have to be. And obviously, racing is always closer on the oval because there's less track to utilize and it gets less spread out. But on a road course where there's so much driver skill and the driver comes into play as much as it does at a road course like this, a full second can even be made up on just how you attack the bus stop. Like, being a little bit more timid into the bus stop can literally be the difference in a second. I mean, if I had to guess, looking at the gaps right now, I'd say there's probably a good second and a half between the top two, even though it's not all that much of a gap. Looks like the tank car having a little bit of trouble through that final corner. Great White, though, absolutely. He's doing a really good job of just flowing through there. Yeah, so we are 1/10 of the way through this race already. Yeah, I mean, this race, it'll go quick because of the short lap, like because of the low lap count. As long as we don't get yellow flags. Once we start to get yellow flags, that's when it's going to be sloppy. Like, I'm worried about the restart after this first stage break. This first stage break is going to be one that's going to lead on to a potential wreck fest. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, right now, though, looking back through the field, it looks like, oh, wow, we got the 43 is around. It takes 4 cars for a caution flag on the road courses. So that's one of our 4. He's going through the rest of the field, looking to see if we've got any other cars messed up. Looks like the answer there is not yet. The 25 just got a taste of a sand trap. So we got a lap car. Who? Who's 21? Orange and blue. So that's probably the McLaren car. The 24, you mean? He's got an orange and blue. He's got orange, white, and blue on his car. Or the 15 also has the orange and blue on it. Yeah, the 15 has the McLaren colors on there, the orange and blue, though I'm not sure it's the right shade, so I guess I can't officially say it's a McLaren car because McLaren won't let that car go if it's the wrong color. They proved that at the Indy 500 in 2019. Those cars got to be the right color. But yeah, so already starting to see lap cars though. The 5 above Lone Ranger going down a lap, and looks like we got some more on the horizon. So definitely seems like there's a big speed difference between the front of the field and the back of the field. And oh wow, I'm kind of glad that NASCAR doesn't have any doesn't enforce the track limits, though I think it will make Circuit of the Americas a little interesting. Because Circuit of the Americas is so defined by track limits and has a lot of runoff, especially for a Formula One track where Formula One tracks usually don't have a whole lot of runoff. And they've changed that by just putting in course limits, which is what leads to some of those stupid-ish looking penalties. Like coming out of the carousel where you cross over the curbing there, that would not be allowed in IndyCar, F1, or any other, or even the 6 hours at the Glen for the IMSA sports cars. Here we go. The 46 now going around the 83 of Rawson. That's the third car now a lap down of the 18 here, so 15 cars still in the lead lap. We'll be 16 if we get a yellow flag right now, though I don't think we're grouped up enough to have a 3-car wreck. Yeah, it looks like also the 10 just got around the 83, so now no more lap cars between the front two, though it has stretched out that lead a bit as they come around to complete lap 10. Yeah, any part where you see the cars going over and curving, that wouldn't be allowed in like, for example, in particular F1 at Circuit of the Americas for the F1 Grand Prix. Crossing over curbs like that just isn't allowed. What? Oh, we got somebody around. Who was it? JP. The 15? His car looks okay, though. Maybe they're just running no damage at the Glen to try and help. Yeah, his car doesn't look damaged at all. Although, yeah, NASCAR Kings doesn't look like it's got any damage either, and I know I saw him wreck earlier. Yep. Yeah, right now, though, this 46 hasn't put much of a wheel wrong. There's a Gator trying to keep up, but he's just kind of been slowed up ever so slightly, and now the lead is grown to 4 seconds. between the front two. We still got, we're coming to the caution cutoff at the end of this lap, which is 3 to go, I believe. Either 2 or 3 to go. Yeah, it's going to be close on making it on fuel and tires, though, for this segment. I believe they'll be able to make it, but and a lot of that is due to the fact that you can save a lot of fuel around this track. Yeah, so we got 3 laps to go in the stage. We just went and ran the numbers real quick. We got 3 laps to go in the stage, and then we'll be having our first stage break. That's kind of the other thing about fuel mileage races in this league is if you think you're going to run out of fuel, you might as well come to pit road on the final lap because there's no penalty for it. And the league owner directly cost, I'd say, the 10 car a ton of track position artificially at Pocono because of that rule. What? Oh yeah, there we go. Yep, that is definitely a mess. Looks like the 24 is involved there as well. So we're gonna have to wait and see what. I think they're gonna just let that. Well, since we're already at the caution cutoff, that's gonna roll around though to the checkered flag of the stage as our first yellow flag. Yeah, right now though it's gonna come down to again the. Wow, Gator seems to have fallen off in lap time a ton. Oh, and we got heavy traffic in front of the leader. There goes the 29. And here comes 2 more cars. It looks like Dusty. Yeah, that's Dusty going a lap down. And now he's going to come up on another car, which is going to almost essentially guarantee the 46th stage win. Because now there's going to be 2 to 3 cars for Gator to get by. And to pass 2 or 3 cars in one lap is near on impossible, especially when you're already 6 to 7 seconds behind. But yeah, Gator is definitely falling off his lap times a significant amount. Just looking at the amount he's falling behind. And looks like, is that White Shadow that he's coming up on? It's a black Ford. I believe that might be the number 81 black machine of Shadow. Yeah, these road courses, though, it seems like Great White Shark is having a field day today. Absolutely putting a pub stomping on the entire grid here. Here we go, looking at the inside. But now it's going to be on the outside here. Oh, yeah, he pretty easily puts the 81 a lap down. And will come off the final corner and win the first stage here for Great White Shark. 81 will be your free pass car. And if I'm Gator, I'm putting that clutch on right now and trying to save some fuel because he is desperately low. Oh, where is Dusty going? Is Dusty thinking he's a free pass? Where are both those cars going? Are they taking the wave around because they're not going to pit? Because I just saw 2 cars go up by the leader, and neither one of them were the free pass. Oh, and we got the 5 of Lone Ranger turned around. Well, yeah, the 9 might be also looking at maybe going for the wave around, especially if already other cars are going around. The main question I have though, Dusty and Hurricane are gone. Yeah, to my knowledge, I believe White Shadow is going to be the free pass. He was the last car lapped. He wasn't lapped until the final corner of the stage. There we go. Now it looks like he might be. No, he's slowing down again. And there goes the 9. And there goes the 81. So it looks like they are doing the wave around and free passes. And I don't know where everybody else thinks they're going. Those cars aren't lapped. Actually, one of the Great White Shark is now currently scored 4th. Oh, I think Great White Shark's out of fuel. I think the leader is out of gas, and that's why all these cars are now going on by him. Oh, and Dusty just crashed into the tires. So I don't know what he'll do about the fact that he's supposed to be the wave around, so he shouldn't be allowed to pit and get his lap back. But he's going to pit anyways by getting his lap back. So I guess the rule, and it looks like the 5 is coming down pit road, though I don't think he waved around. We'll have to wait and see if Hurricane's allowed to pit as well. Okay, it looks like the wave around can just take the wave around and pit all in the same stop. It's definitely not how it's supposed to work. Well, did you know that's how it's supposed to work prior to me telling you right now? Oh, uh-oh. 10 cars speeding on pit road. You knew it? Why? How did you know it? Oh, I thought you were responding to me mentioning the 10 car with his too fast entering. Because I just mentioned the 10 car at a black flag for speeding on entry to the pits. Well, we just had a 3-minute lap this most recent time by for the caution flag. These caution flag laps take a while. That's the big thing that's going to take a while. So we're just coming to the completion of lap 17 now. And nope, the 10 is in the wall. Hopefully no damage. So who's our race leader? It's the 9. Yeah, the 9 and the 15 are on the front row. Here as we go back to green flag racing. Let's see who's going to maybe check up for who here in turn 1. Looks like the 9 driving it in deep, going to go a little wide. So the 15, they hold it side by side still. And right here it gets way too narrow to probably keep it side by side. 15, though, continuing to look. But yeah, nope. The 9 car comes out of that with the race lead and clear. So he can now start to kind of try and control the lanes of traffic. We got a guy go. Oh, we got a pit penalty and a wreck in the back. I don't know. I'm not seeing any cars actually stop from it. I just thought I saw a ton of cars going through the dirt. It doesn't actually look like any of them got stopped by it. So it's not that I was able to see. And we got a pass to the lead going on right now. I'm trying to find, but right now the leaderboard is all shuffled up because of the two guys running out of fuel. Because of the leader running out of fuel. Yep. Yeah, the road course laps are just a fair amount longer than a normal race. When it runs green flag like this, you can actually get some good pacing to the race. It's just a matter of when you start to get those yellow flags. Yeah, so far we haven't had any, so fingers crossed it stays that way, where we don't have any cautions for incidents. But because not only does it take longer, I also feel like it hurts the racing when you have yellow flags, because this type of racing lends itself really well to fuel mileage and strategy racing. And of course, when you have a yellow flag in the middle of potentially getting close to green flag pit stops, that messes it all up. So looking at the top two, the four in the last stage, Gator is still stuck back in the 10th position. And it doesn't look like Great White's fared much better. Although H-Man is running pretty well here. Yeah, 3 wide for second. Looks like Ledgefoot is kind of waiting it out to see where he can attack from. They're going 2 and 3 wide here. Well, and again, the 9 car is going to be pulling away. They're pedaling side by side behind them, side drafting and beating and banging on each other and slowing each other down. Not to mention the 9 is also the 3rd fastest car in theory here. Oh, we got 2 cars around in the exit of turn 1. So that's 2 of our cars for the yellow. So we have another 2-car wreck that'll bring out the yellow likely. Oh, and the leader goes off. The leader is in a sand trap. That's another 1 car. And now any 1 car spins in here on will bring out the yellow flag. And I don't know who the race leader is at this point after all this shuffling. Looks like we've slid it down for a yellow flag already. So Great White Shark is shuffled back around to the race lead. Despite the running out of fuel at the end of the last stage, Great White Shark is still the race leader. Or has made it back to racing, I guess I should say. No, it looked like there was contact from the second place car, actually. Shoving him out there. But regardless, the penalty on the 9 will mean that he has to start tailing them along his line after the pit stops. Because he was the last car to bring out that yellow. So here we go, for the pit road. Let's see if the 10 can make up some of that ground that he lost on pit road last time. So 46 maintains the race lead coming off the pit road. The 10 gained a spot. He's up to 7. And now getting doubled up and ready for the restart. So, what do you think is going to happen here? We got the 46 in the lead. How aggressive does everybody else take it in turn 1, trying to keep up with him, knowing that he's the fastest guy here? Or at the very least, on paper, he's the best guy here. He qualified on pole. And he was top of the daily leaderboards coming into this race. And he was actually only 2 seconds off the all-time leaderboard at that time. So we definitely had some of these guys turn into fast laps, and they've turned some of them also in this race with very fast laps. So here we go. Coming through the final 2 corners, we get the flag. Looks like the 18 is the car on the outside. So I believe that is Hyper. Oh, they're wrong on that one. Yep, Hyper is the 18. Looks like they actually saw in front of them bus stop. Just taking the bus stop. Not sure if they're going to go around another time. Looks like that is a yes. They will go around yet another time. Yellow. They're back to racing. Not sure why they went through the restart zone so slowly then, but yeah, okay, they're back to racing. Yeah, they were really slow from the restart zone all the way to the start-finish line. Seems like there might have been some debate with the race official to see if they were going green. But 46 definitely took advantage of that. I mean, how big a lead is that? And we're, what, half a lap into the green flag run? No, we still have about 6 laps to the stage break. Remember the nine and crashed after that 2-car wreck which brought up the yellow? But yeah, man, that 46 has built an impressive lead, and the 10 car is still stuck in heavy traffic despite having, in theory, a faster car than these guys in front of him. And in all reality, some of these cars were even cars he was passing on. He had already passed on track for lapping on the first run. But it's just not super easy to get by people, especially if they're blocking on a road course. They can use that dirt like like a wall. And you can't race in it, but it certainly is not optimal. So coming around to, I believe, probably on stage. And the 10 is finally getting to the outside of the 16, which was the inside lane for that last corner. And, oh, we got a spinner. Looks like the 15. Yeah, the 15 went for a slide. And we are still not at the cutoff yet. So if we have 2 more cars go around, we could see another yellow flag before this stage ends. And I predicted we would have 2 non-stage related yellows throughout this race. So far, we're kind of on halfway in the race, and we are halfway through that prediction. So I'm thinking I'm pretty good on this prediction. Although, again, you could see more yellows in the latter half of this race, especially if we get overtime and 2 laps to go. But yeah, so Gainer's finally made his way back up to second, but he has a long way to go to get that first position back. And let me check the stage breaks. And in particular when the caution flags or when the caution cutoff is. Yep. Caution cutoff, we've hit it. So there's no more yellow flags. What happened? Oh, we got 1 car around in turn 1. Let's see, who was that? Looks like that might have been the 25 of Pro Factor. We've seen him off a couple of times already. So, one thing, if I'm Great White Shark, do I maybe start to save a little bit of fuel, even though in theory I should be all good to the end of the stage? Especially since he's got like a 10-second lead on second place. I mean, you can't even see, like, from first to second, you can't even see him. And say, Tankar's going to try and do what he can, but Yeah, we got. We're coming around to the white flag this next time by on for the stage. We got a lap and a half to go on the stage, and yeah, definitely seems like the rest of the slow cars being in between the 46 and the 10 has really made this a absolute stomp of a stage for the 46 now that he's gotten the lead back. And that's with the 10 running fairly fast laps. Here we go. White flag is out, and the 46 just needs to essentially pace around here. Looks like they might actually get the 5-car lap down here. That's the 5-car Lone Ranger from Mountain Dew number 5 Chevrolet. But yeah, this is definitely looking like a case of the road course ringer. Oh, the 5 right at the end to try and pass the 46. Tries to put the block back on him, but gets crossed over. 5-car way out of the roof. Definitely going to end up staying a lap down this time. Curious to see what's going to... Yeah, so I'm not even sure the 10's going to catch him before the stage ends. Talking about catching the lap card. Coming off a turn what? Turn 10? The 46 will win stage number 2 as well. And as I said, Gator not even going to catch the lap card that the 46 passed, but like in the bus stop. Here we go. Getting this one ready for pit road, and it'll be an interesting one to see what ends up happening here. I think most everybody takes 4 tires. I think you could tempt me, though, to take 2 tires. Do I think it's the right choice? Maybe, maybe not. Well, but do you anticipate that going 30 laps green flag? And also, we had a pit stop not all that far ago. I mean, taking 2 tires and getting fuel in the car, trying to make it to the yellow flag that is inevitably probably going to come. And also, we already saw what some of these fast cars, like the 10 in particular, could do in lap traffic or in slower traffic. If a slower car or a group of them take tires and get in front of those guys, they might be able to maintain that track position for a while. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but looks like it'll be 4 tires for a lot of these front runners, at least in terms of how long they've been in that pit stall already. Oh, no, there we go. The 18 and the... oh, no, I know. Yeah, it looks like 4 tires for most everybody. I thought that those guys might have pulled out a little earlier, but because they were some of the last ones into their pit stalls. And 46 just completely ran out of road course talent. I'm sure if he's going to get that spot back or not. But yeah, he just spun coming off the pit road exit. Looks like he is going to be given it, or at the very least, he thinks he should be given his spot back. Because he did win the race off pit road. And then proceeded to spin. And that's kind of one of the weirdest pit roads to spin on the exit of, because you get manual control a significant amount before getting to where you can actually spin because of the Armco barrier there. What, JP? I couldn't hear you. I'll go a little bit contrary to what you'll probably go with. I'll take the 10. Well, nobody has it yet. We still got 30 laps to go, pretty much. I don't think any driver in this field has either got it or has lost it yet. I think you could very easily see, as an example, Lone Ranger go up there and win the race still. It's unlikely because he's been lapped a number of times already, but he's on the lead lap and he's still running. Kind of one of those where if you're in it, you can win it type of things. Not really, because it takes a whole lot of driver talent to be good here. Looks like they're going another time around. There's the guy in the bus stop, so I'm going to take another lap around under yellow. Let me check. I've had like 2. I've got 2 right now. We're watching. Yeah, I'm glad you're watching. It is down a little bit. I've had for some of my other broadcasts this week. But hey, maybe that's just because everybody's got something better to do with this time of night. I don't. At least not at the moment. Yep. Oh yeah, I mean I've had a blast in this race. This race has been pretty good, but man, we keep going at me. Like, do we really need to go this slow? So I'm making progress on my new running the studio that I'm working on. Making a little bit of progress with finishing the renovations for the running the pack studio. Yep. Yeah, it's definitely not quite finished yet, but it's coming together. And speaking of coming together, we are going back to the green flag, and hopefully we won't see all the cars coming together in turn 1. The 10 car way backed off that start. Not sure why he waited so far, but the 18 sliding through the turn one, trying to get the lead. Looks like, though, the 46 is going to drive back around the outside and take that lead back. So the 18 got the lead for half a corner. But now what does the 18 do now going into the second corner, into the second big braking zone here, the bus stop? Wasn't able to make much happen there, but he is holding up the 10 car, which again led to a fairly uncontested stage for the 46. Yeah, that 18, he's putting the blocks. There we go. Now the 10's got the outside lane. Now the inside for this next corner, and he's got the pass. But yeah, that's already opened up about 2-3 seconds of gap for the race leader. Yeah, if we don't get caution, that's time that the 10 car will have to make up on track, which is definitely doable. I mean, we've seen variants of 3 to 4 seconds a lap already this run. I mean, that lap for the 10 car was about 2 to 3 seconds off of his normal pace. So to say that the 46 has got an untouchable gap is definitely not true. So yeah, just kind of looking through the field, we got the 9 still working his way back to the front. Big D looks to be stuck way back in the pack. 43 starting to make his way up the field. Yep. It's really the keys for the 10 have got to be just not overdriving corners. No, the less you can utilize those runoff areas, like in turn 1 or more specifically in turn coming off the carousel, the faster he'll be because it's just a shorter line around the racetrack. Same thing with the less brakes you can manage to use through the bus stop and the faster and the more speed you can carry through. Like that, he made up a good chunk of time there. Thanks for exactly demonstrating exactly what I was talking about. But yeah, so right now, though, it is these two versus the field. So who's your pick for the Cup race tomorrow? Is Reddick. He didn't even come close to winning the Xfinity race today. Yeah, his win to get was last week. I mean, he had the top side of the track rolling. But Las Vegas is not a track that the top side really means all the time. I'll say, despite their 1.5 miles, this week and last week are not all that comparable. Which is why I'm just hoping McDowell doesn't have a big slump from last week to this week. Because I think if McDowell can put a 4th top 10 on the board, I think no questions asked. He is a contender for, at the very least, around the 12, if not maybe the championship. Now, that's definitely an outside pick, but if he can continue 4 top 10s to start the season at 4 different styles of track, and in particular, this being the first real cookie cutter 1.5 miles, because Las Vegas is very similar to Kansas, Kansas, and Actually, are there any mile and a half that are shape that way left on the schedule? Las Vegas, Kansas, Chicagoland, and Kentucky were usually my other two for that shape, but neither of them are there. Texas is the D shape. Atlanta's D. Charlotte's a D-shaped oval. Okay. I think those are the only 2 mile and a half that are that cookie cutter shape. Atlanta 2 times, that's going to be crazy, especially in terms of how much wear and tear they're going to do to the racetrack. Also, who thought it was a good idea to run Atlanta in the middle of the summer during the day? Like, Atlanta has lights. You could very easily make that a night race in the middle of July. Now, granted, I thought the same thing about the July Texas race when they ran in the middle of the day last year, and I guess that was okay enough. Yeah, as this run goes on longer, the 46 is starting to stretch back out of that lead a little bit. Seems like he's just a little more consistent on his lap times, so there's a little more variance in the 10 cars laps. But again, it's definitely still within their grasp. I mean, one mistake out of the 46 and the 10 will be right on his bumper. Only probably about a second and a half, 2 seconds between them. Only coming around to 20 to go the next time by. Yep, 20 to go. No, this next time by. We currently have 21 laps to go. But yeah, these front two, they're definitely putting on a domination performance. Oh, and the 81 is spun around in turn 1, so that's one of our 4 requirements for a yellow. We need 3 more cars. We get a 3-car record, and that'll be a yellow flag. So I would say we're probably due for at least 1 more before the end of the race. And again, my big concern is going to be if we start to have massive wrecks on the restarts, if we can start getting overtime or even just like restart for 5 laps in the race. I think there's a good chance we start to see. And the 46 runs way wide there. It's like the 10 car kind of followed him in similarly wide, so that's not going to change too much about it. So who's going to get this one? It definitely seems like, oh, we got another car around. Looks like that was Lone Ranger in the sand trap there. So that's our second car around, assuming that they're calling it at least. So if there's now a 2-car wreck, no, I'm not bringing out the yellow flag. Yeah, right now the question is, how hard do you have to run? Because of course, the more fuel you can save to try and make it the full 30 laps, we saw it, or earlier on in the race, they were able to make it just over 15 laps on fuel. So if you can make this a one-stop race, yeah, that would obviously save you a ton of time for having to pit twice. And at the moment, they are running. They're also running a bit faster, probably, than they were. Dusty might have been around. He was either around or just coming out to pit road. Are you there? Okay, you were just quiet. And Dusty goes back around the 46. And then goes all the way through the bump stop. Looks like he'll be sliding back on the track almost. He's out of the leader's way at least. But that has eliminated the lead here for the 46. The 10 is right here. Now any mistake in the 10 car will be right alongside of it, probably passing it. So it looks like the 10's backed off a bit, that corner. Kind of giving back some of that gap. I don't know if that's just tires starting to wear out, being a little harder for the 10 to control. We got the 5 car around again. That's another car potentially adding to that count. So I'm at, I think 3. I think we've got 3 cars that would potentially have been reported as cars for our lap count or our crash count for the yellow. I think if we have one more spin, I think that'll be the yellow flag. And there goes the leader. The leader crashes. Looks like maybe they were already slowing down for the yellow flag, because the 10 is slowing down, letting the 46 have its spot back. If so, they were moving very fast for a yellow flag. We'll be going green with about 15 to go. So about a stage. We made it right about to the end of our fuel window. This is actually going to put really close on that fuel window of making it to the end of the race or not. We may see some guys having to make a splash and dash, or even having a situation like Chase Elliott where you run out of fuel on the cool down lap. And that'll also make it that overtime will happen. No, 10's got second place off pit road. I don't know what you were owing about. No real change there. 46 still leads. Here we go. Getting double up, getting ready for the restart. I'm thinking the tank car, though, probably has a pretty good shot at this one. Gonna be close, though, on that fuel mileage again. We're coming to 15 to go this time. Looks like everybody. No, we've still got two cars through the back part, but they because they're able to go faster than these cars that are obviously not at top speed here. They should be able to catch up by the time we get around. And here we go. Yep, green flag and 46 is out. Looks like 9's also going to try and stick it to second, but I think looks like the 10's going to be able to maintain that. Now it's going to be a matter of getting to that bus stop first. Oh, they are slipped back down. Not sure if they weren't given the go-ahead to go, but or what. Rolling around. Hopefully, yeah. I'm hoping that was just a waved off green flag attempt. Now, this will help their fuel mileage a little bit. They better be running around here in fourth gear. If they aren't running around here in fourth gear, they are making a big mistake. That is your best way to save fuel. To either run around in fourth gear or run in third gear and push in the clutch on any straightaway, pretty much. But here we go. Coming around. Hopefully you see the green flag. If we see guys come on into pit road, I am going to be, it's going to be a long. But we should hopefully be seeing green flag this time. Now that we're actually grouped up and have an extra lap to get everything going. The flag is out. They're back to racing officially now. And here we go. The tank car is going to send it into the turn to get the lead. 46 runs wide. And we got a force penalty for one car in the back. In fact, looks like that was the 24 high fill in the blue and orange machine. Yeah, it's a big cluster back in the pack. I'm sure that the front two are glad they had the luxury of not being in the back. At least not in a while. Of course, the tank car got stuck back there for pretty much the entirety of that second stage up until he was able to finally start to work his way up there and got 2 seconds. But the tank car runs really wide out of that corner. It's going to allow for the option for guys to start gaining on him. Here we go through the second to last corner. I'm going to count the corners just so I can figure out what the corner count at this track is. So when I say like coming out of the last corner, we're going to the second to last corner. So we usually just handle the commentary for this flat. So it looks like I'm counting 9 corners. Might be 10 with the bus stop, but depending on what all they count as a corner or not on there. I'm gonna look at the track map. I've got my computer right here. Oh, we got Val for the lead. Yep, 4-6. He's typically been the faster of the 2 cars, but now he's got to get around him. Let's see. Let's see. 1, 4, and 5, and 7, and 8, and 9. So it looks like it's an 11 turn layout that the NASCAR guys use. At least according to the way I'm looking at it on the track maps I'm looking up. Oh, and the 10 car runs wide. The 46 also runs wide. Yeah, so I'm back and commentating the race now, but yeah, it looks like it's an 11. Looks like it kind of has 11 turns because they decide to count inside and outside lane at inside or entry and exit of the corners, even at the road courses as a separate turn. So you have I think it's 3 corners in the bus stop. The carousel is 2 corners, and then you've got turns 10 and 9 or 10 and 11 here. Through turns 10 and 11 back to the start finish line. As they come around to complete lap 50, we have 10 to go. 10 laps remaining. Now, at what point does the 10 maybe let the 46 go? And let the 46 run himself out of fuel, potentially. Oh, yellow flag's out. Never mind. Fuel mileage goes out the window. We don't need to worry about fuel mileage. We're good. We're going to be good to the finish, assuming everybody pits. Now, as I said, I think we can maybe get from the previous pit stop, and this yellow flag will actually help that number. So you could maybe see some guys try and stay out since they only have 5 laps on their tires. Especially if some of these guys haven't had a taste of the lead yet today. What was that, JP? I couldn't hear you, what you said. We'll wait and see how many laps it takes them to get grouped back up, but my guess is it'll be going green with 8 to go. Would be my guess. 7 to go would be, in my opinion, the worst case scenario if they have to take 2 laps to get grouped up. 9 times out of 10 at the road course, they shouldn't have to take an extra lap to get grouped up. Does everybody pit? No, not everybody. Looks like 2 cars staying out. The 24 Typhil and the 1. So the 1 of Chandler and the 24 Typhil stay out, and those 2 will assume the race lead and the second place position. So everybody on pit road right now is pitting for third. And we have a new third place driver. I believe that was NASCAR King. No, that's Rawson. Rawson in the 83 will be third. Looks like maybe he took fuel only, or possibly 2 tires. We'll have to wait and see where everybody else comes out. Looks like the 10 and 46 were the next 2 off pit road. So this is gonna be interesting, having 3 slower cars behind or starting in front of the front 2. Because this is gonna definitely bottleneck the field a bit. Looks like Rawson was a lap down, maybe. So I'm not sure what's going on with him. It looks like he's going around to get his lap back, but that's going to probably send us to another lap that we have to do under the yellow. Because he was able to beat the leaders off pit road. He's getting the wave around, I guess. And we've got 1 car still on pit road. Yeah, the 25 of Scrl. I don't know if he's just decided to throw in the towel, because he has definitely not had the kind of race he was looking for, I'm sure. But again, it's one of those tracks where if you're on the lead lap, you could possibly win it, depending on what chaos happens. Wednesday, I believe, is Iowa. We've got Iowa and Charlotte left in the regular season. Playoffs are going to be coming down the line, and here we go. It looks like they are going to be going around another time, or are they green? Looks like going around another time. So we will be 7 to go when we go green. And I think that only ramps up the intensity for everybody, because if you're the race leader right now, you haven't led most of the day, but you're up front and you only have to stay there for 7 laps, and you can get that checkered flag and those bonus points going into the playoffs. Yeah, but we saw already that the 10 has not been the best at passing cars today. The 10's had quite a bit of trouble when he's gotten back in the pack. And with where he is right now, he's going to be stuck with the inside lane, which at most tracks is the better lane to have. Problem is, in this case, he either has to follow the lead car, or he can go to the inside and risk getting a course cutting penalty in that first turn by getting in the grass, which is not optimal. Versus on the outside lane, you can choose to run a little wider and try and hang it, or you can wait and see if the outside car goes wide and cross over. There's just way more options from the outside lane on this restart. Which, by the way, just for reference, the outside lane is the one that has the 46, because it will be the outside lane for turn 1, even though it's technically the inside lane for this turn. And it's also considered the inside lane if you're doing an actual race here. Oh, and the 46 goes off. go. Flag is out, and we're back to racing. Let's see what's going to happen here. The 24 gets a really good jump, and everybody else piles in. Chandler absolutely got wrecked there. 2 of them around already. And the 24 tie fill maintains the lead over Shart for now. But again, we may be racing to the yellow flag already. I don't know how many cars got pilots up there. It looked like only 2 to me, but if there were 2 more, or if there's another 2-car wreck somewhere, like right there. Oh yeah, that's 3, 4, 5, I think right there. So that's definitely going to be yellow flag of the line. Oh, and the 5 cars on the outside wall in the carousel for good measure. And the 46 takes the lead going into the second to last corner, but I fill to the inside, and also into the 46. It's going to be a drag race. 46 has the lead. 24 is going to try and get it, and it will be 46 at the line. 24 was not able to create enough momentum. So the 24 is going to be the second place car in this restart. So I was underestimating the number of yellow flags last time, or the number of yellow. I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to see two non-stage yellows. We're at 3 already. The road course record for this season, albeit we only have had 1 road course race so far this season, was 4 at New Hampshire for the road course there. What did you say, JP? I don't think we'll get it yet. I think we'll get 1 more restart in regulation, but after that, I think we'll definitely be at overtime if we have another wreck like what we just saw there going into turn 1. Well, the 46 might still be able to get the lead on the restart, but you look at everybody else behind them. There's a significant amount of people back there that haven't had an opportunity at the front tonight so far. And they look doubled up. Are we going for the restart now? Well, normally I'd expect to do a double file. But it looks like they're getting doubled up and ready for the restart. So here we go. Here comes a line of them looking like no pit road. So it looks like they are not even opening pit road. But green flag's out and they're racing. Let's see what's going to happen here with Tyfield. He's got the inside line. Going into the corner, he runs wide though. The 46 gets the undercut. He gets the lead. It's clean in the back, so we might actually see them be able to get a green flag run in here. But again, here comes our second big breaking point. Yeah. We currently have, by the way, 5 laps to go. We're going to be coming to 4 to go, is the math. Yeah, right now, these guys, the 10 has gotten caught back in traffic a bit. But yeah, it looks like a clean green flag run through the first lap. Four more times around, and the 46 can get that and flag, which honestly he has absolutely dominated tonight and probably is the deserving winner of the race. But I would say that it hasn't been easy for him with that 10 car breathing down his neck a lot of the race. Yeah, right now, though, everybody's taking care of each other for the most part throughout the field. Nobody appears to have wrecked yet. So I think we might actually have a good shot at this thing going green flag to the finish as we come around to 3 to go. There we go. Hyper in the 10 car. Yeah, Hyper versus Gator for that second spot here. Oh no, the 10 car clobbers the wall and will be forced to serve a penalty here. It looked like. Yeah, it looked like the 10 car just had to serve a course setting penalty as well as clobbered the wall entering the corner for the bus stop. Two to go, GP. We're taking 2 to go. And you know what I said about somebody still having a shot at this race win? Like several laps ago, even though he's had a pretty rough night so far. Lone Ranger, who's been lapped about 2 or 3 times, is up to second place in that Mountain Dew number 5 machine. Against all odds, he has fought his way all the way up, but he runs wide. The 18 gets back by him. The white flag is out, so no more yellows can come out. The race will end under regulation at lap 60. Let's see what happens here. Looks like the 10 car is going to try and get back by the 5. Oh, and yeah, he kind of shoves the 5 wide there into the wall. That's going to hurt the 5's momentum and shot at a top 3, I'm guessing, because that 10 car has been very fast. But to go and shove another car out the way like that, it definitely hurts the chance of them getting a break from them in the lap car later if that ends up happening. I mean, kind of like if you call out David Starr when he's racing for staying on the lead lap, he might not cut you so much of a break next time. But here's going to be the big question mark is, can the 10 car get the second spot away? The race lead is already pretty much essentially given. Coming out of turn 11 here, coming back towards the start finish line, and the 46 will be your SCRL Hurricane City Series winner at the Glen. And looks like the 10 car will come third to the 18. So 18 of Hyper, 10 of Gator, where it was your top 3. So I'll start getting invites to the party. And then I'm assuming you're going to want to start the race winner with the interview? Oh, you can if you want to. There's Gator. And looking for our race winner. There's Sharp. So we got invites sent to the top 3. We're just waiting on everybody to join on in. There's Hyper. And I believe we're just now waiting on, and there's Great White Shark. So, JP, you want to take it away with the interviews?
It was awesome. It was really awesome to win. I knew I had a strong car from the start. I just want to say that I'm thankful for my little sponsors and all the stuff that they do. Can't wait to come back for next week's race. I didn't think I was going to have that good of a car. I honestly did not think I was going to have that good of a car. But then, I was just running my lines right, and I just doing what I would normally do. And the next thing I know, I looked to see how far I was away from people, and it almost said 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, going out there, winning the first 2 stages and the race certainly is going to help pad those playoff points for you as well.
Yes, sir, dude. Look, man, I was back in 7th, and I kept telling myself, I was just like, it is game on. From here on out, it is game on. When I got DQ'd from Indy, that's when I started saying, it's game on. I'm about to come back, and I'm about to be in the playoffs, and I might even go for the championship.
Yep. Well, were you ever on the outside? I thought you were always on the inside of the playoffs.
Well, I mean, I was, but dude, I wanted to be up here. I know from doing this, I know that I'm going to be up in the top 5, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be up in the top 5 because, I mean, dude, I'm better than finishing 7th or 8th in points.
Yep. Yeah, I believe you were actually one of those guys that actually locked. You're gonna lock yourself in for sure to the playoffs, with your performance tonight. But there were 4 guys who locked themselves in last week.
Yeah, I've seen
so
that.
Joining that list tonight, I'm sure the playoff points though are probably the more important part there. What does that put you up to now? Like 19, I think.
I think so.
But yeah, so got some good momentum as well. Getting ready for the short track this next week. Are you gonna be able to get the win back to back there?
Oh, dude, I'm hoping because Iowa's also my favorite track. The only person who
I know it's the hometown track for one of the guys in the booth.
Oh,
so yeah, looking forward to a pretty good race there, and of course, go ahead and head off and go celebrate this win here.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh yeah,
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
And on that topic, Raging Hyper, I believe you've got a copy since you've been challenging those top 2 for most of the night. You got it done when it counted, though.
Yeah,
Second place.
It was all based off that restart there with, I think, with 6 to go. Gator was a little way back in the field there, and I gave the 24 a push, and he fucked up the corner. So I was able to capitalize and just stay second.
You think there was anything more you could have done to try and get the race win there, or was second about as good as you could do?
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to repeat that.
So do you think there was anything you possibly could have done to get first there, or was second about as good as it was going to get?
Yeah, Shark was just hard to catch. He was really good tonight. Props to him. I don't know what the fuck he did, but he was hella good.
My guess is practice laps.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what it was.
he said 8 days of practice.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he practices 8 days a week for these road course races. But yeah, so we'll be able to carry some of this momentum from the second place finish.
Maybe Iowa's not my strongest track, but hopefully.
Okay, and then of course looking forward to Charlotte. You think you'll be able to build some momentum going into the playoffs?
Hopefully. Yeah, I think so. I just have to be there.
Yeah. Well, I think was this your? Have you run races in the series before tonight, or is tonight like your first races?
I ran Michigan, and then I got booted. I guess you can say.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me? No.
It sounds like you're speaking through a cup, like 100 miles away.
Can you hear me now?
Just about, yeah.
Okay. So, I ran Michigan, and I guess you can call it I got booted, and there was like a whole misconception, and they just never let me back in until I actually talked to Dusty, and I was able to run the Glen tonight.
Yeah, looking at the points, it looks like they don't have you on here. So my guess is that you aren't likely going to be able to make it. But looking at the point totals, actually, and doing the math, I think you should be mathematically able to make up that gap, especially with double points next week at Iowa and then triple points for the regular season finale at Charlotte. I'd say playoffs should definitely be doable.
Hopefully.
There's 450 points left on the table.
Yeah, which would make playoffs definitely a doable thing because currently the last guy in is at 217 points.
And I finished second stage 2 and second in the race, so I should get a decent amount.
Wait, second in stage 2? I thought the 10 car got second in stage 2. I thought he passed you on like the second to last lap.
I did.
Maybe. Whatever.
Stage two, you finished third behind me. But
Okay, whatever. Second or third.
Yeah.
Only one spot difference, but oh well.
But that one spot can make all the
decent
difference.
amount of points there.
Well, good luck on hopefully making the playoffs, and of course, congratulations on a great run tonight in second.
Thank you.
And did I hear a right gator up here?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so right gator, you had a very solid car tonight. It looked like you were pretty much just about a half step off of the 46 all night long.
Yeah, I kind of was. I was just being patient. If I was being patient, not overrunning my cars. Well, not overrunning my car, not rolling over the tire or like messing up through the corner or anything. But I'm just glad to finish third. But I could have wished that we could have, me and the 18 would have drag raced for a second, but it is what it is. I'd just been one step off of him and just been there when it counted, but not this time.
Yeah, well, again, looks like you're going to be going into the playoffs, so you think you'll be able to build up some more momentum using this good finish and maybe some good finishes at Iowa and Charlotte coming up?
Iowa, I could possibly get about maybe a top 5. It depends who shows up and how they do.
Yeah, so it looks like your main person that you could pass in points would be Big B's, and with Fireman not being here tonight, I think it's going to be pretty hard for him to catch you. So I think you're pretty solidly in that second spot in points, unless you pass Big B's, which isn't impossible, but certainly is going to be tough with how good he typically runs on some of the oval tracks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like you're going to be going into the playoffs, so with a good bit of playoff points. So
yeah, it was definitely a good race so far between me and the 46 for a little bit.
Yep. So
Nice run, Gator.
I just always liked I just in Cup. I personally liked the, for instance, 1990s or whatever, 1980s or 90s. The number 10 is
yeah, that really cool
one
10
of
font.
one of my favorite numbers from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, what was it? Wasn't it like Scott Riggs or someone in the 10 back then?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, the 10 goes along with the Dell Senior's car, with his number being up the top with my favorite numbers.
Yeah. And of course, doing the Dell Senior tribute, I can't imagine that was just a coincidence.
Yeah.
And if it is, congratulations on the coincidence, because that is definitely a Dale Senior throwback.
Yeah. Whatever.
Although
whatever
I tend to remember
I created this,
the hood logo is actually having a blue on the Dale Senior Intimidator car.
Yeah, I tried to find the logo. I tried to find the sponsor that was close enough to it, but luckily, but that the one I had on was close enough that I was thinking of. But yeah, I felt like whenever I made the paint scheme, I had the power to finish up front most of the time.
Yeah, and of course you were up there on the daily leaderboards going into tonight as well. Second place to only the 46.
Yeah,
which I'm guessing was just because you and him were both kind of running a lot of practice laps throughout the day.
Oh yeah, we was in 20 laps. We was running 21 lap practice sessions every day.
Yeah.
We practiced,
and you guys are still 1-2 on the
Talladega.
leaderboards for the dailies. Just letting you know that.
Yeah, but
the only other drivers
before
from the race
Talladega
tonight that made the list were Hurricane, H-Man, and that's it.
Yeah, before Talladega, a couple days before Talladega, me and Shark started practicing at Rocket Glen, and we're like, okay, we better make sure we finish good here. We better not